What's up to all my Note 7 owners out there? I made a video yesterday and I wanted to make another video today about if you're keeping your Note 7 and you don't want to turn it back in, if you're like me and you're going to keep it, then I thought I'd make another video sharing what I am going to do just in case I have that 1 in a million phone that catches on fire. I actually need to be a little bit precautious with this. I got a newborn in the house, but I'm not giving up this phone. So I wanted to discuss some things that I've been doing even before I got my replacement Note, some things I was doing. Some of these things I'm going to list are going to be new, but 5 things basically you could do to keep yourself a little bit safer and decrease those odds even more of your phone catching a fire. I live in an apartment, so if I catch this apartment on fire, I'll probably be in deep shit considering there is a recall. But one of the first things I'm going to be doing, and I've already started doing, is when I'm charging my phone, I'm going to keep it someplace safe. Keep it someplace where what it's charging on is not necessarily a quick flammable item. These phones are going to heat up. They're going to make a lot of heat. They could even burst a flame. So my first idea, I just thought of it the other day, was put it in something metal. I'm putting it in this cooking pan. Why not? If it catches on fire, what's it going to do to the pan? Nothing. It's made for it. So you could put it on a cooking sheet. You could really put it on anything that's a thick metal, and if it, God forbid, 1 in a million chance does catch, if it's it's not going to make a fire anywhere. So I mean, I know a lot of people like me before. You charge it on your nightstand. That's wood. You charge it. It's laying on your floor. That's carpet. That's easily flammable. Some people even keep it under their pillow when they're sleeping. I don't want to wake up and have my pillow on fire. So. Especially the girls, I'm sure you guys don't want to have your hair on fire when you wake up and your phone caught on fire if you got a Note 7. So that's basically the first thing. The second thing that also involves charging is I've gotten the habit of charging my phone before I go to bed. With the fast charge, if your phone's at 50, 40%, it's only going to take 45 minutes to charge it up to, the 90s, 100%, charged. You close all your apps out. You put it in your safe place, your metal pan, whatever. You go to bed. You wake up in the morning. Most people, when they wake up in the morning, they got to do their hair. They got to take a shower, whatever. From my experience, I lost about 8%, 7% through the night. Throw it back on the charger again when you wake up. Keep it in your safe place. And then by the time you're ready to walk out the door, you're at 100%. So charge it 45 minutes before you go to bed. Wake up in the morning, throw it on the charger, and replace the 6 or 7% you lost overnight. And there you go. You won't have to physically be asleep with the risk of the phone catching on fire due to charging. Most of these cases, people are charging them when they catch on fire. I know there's been other cases where the phone just been sitting there. And, like I said, this isn't a total cure. The 100% safety thing you can do to guarantee nothing's going to happen. This is the risk we're taking. But like I said, most likely it's not going to happen. There could be a couple more cases of it happening, but if you're one of those people, if I turn out to be one of those people that has that bad phone, that's going to suck. So something else you can do, if you go into your options, you can actually turn off the fast charge feature. This was something that was recommended to me when I had my first one. I went to the Sprint store and talked to them about it. They said, turn off your fast charge. That'll, ease up on the battery a little bit with how much juice is going to it. I'm not sure what the technical term is, but when there's all that power going to it, if you take off your fast charge, you're going to decrease the amount of energy going to your battery and will most likely be an ease on the battery and will have less of a chance of exploding. So the other thing that I wanted to recommend was, if you're running a lot of apps, if you're all over the internet watching videos, your phone's already getting warm. Most phones will get warm when you're running apps and on the web and, just beasting on your phone. Most people, the phone will get warm. So don't charge your phone on top of that is my recommendation. I mean, have your phone charged up a little bit, before you go and be a beast with your phone and run 1,000 apps and, watch 20 videos back to back to back on the internet. Don't be charging your phone at the same time. That's another way to also ease the strain off the battery in case you do have one of these 1 in a million phones that is bad. Let's see. something else you could do is don't let your phone get to 100% and sit there for hours at 100%. You shouldn't do this anyway, because it does cause a strain on the battery. I know these new phones are supposed to, shut off when they hit 100%, but they don't. You know, they don't. They still have a charge that's trickling in there. So when it gets to 100%, unplug it. Don't let it sit there for 3 hours, especially if you go to bed. These phones only take an hour. You guys are going to bed at 10 o'clock. You wake up at 6, 7 in the morning. Your phone's been sitting there fully charged for how many hours? At 100%. That's why I said before, charge it before you go to bed. Let it sit through the night. Charge it again in the morning while you're getting ready. Boom, you're out the door. It's at 100%. Another thing you can do, I know a lot of people won't want to do this, but charge your phone to like 98, 95, mid 90s, somewhere in there, and then let it go. Don't let it get all the way to 100% and sit there and ride at 100%. That's another quick little thing you could do. But other than that, that's generally it. There's not too much more I think you could do. If your phone's one of these 1 in a million phones that's going to happen, then that sucks for you and your situation. But, I gave you a couple steps here that could possibly prevent it from happening if it is a phone that's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's a rare issue. Like I said in the other video that I made, I really believe that the culprit in all this is the company that produced the batteries for Samsung. Samsung does not make these batteries in-house. They're by a second, third party company, whatever. They're making these batteries. So, the investigation over time will reveal what exactly is going on with these phones and what the issue was. And there's been cases of this happening with lithium-ion batteries in all types of devices. Laptops, other phones, there's been stories about iPhones catching on fire. So no one is completely guilt-free with this issue. This issue has been around for a while. This isn't something that's brand new. Oh my God, a lithium-ion battery. There's been planes that have been taken down because they were carrying a package of lithium-ion batteries. So people have already died because of this. This isn't totally 100%, oh my God, Samsung, I can't believe, you produced an unstable phone. This battery issue has been around since the beginning of lithium-ion batteries. There's this big demand out there to have all this life on a battery and a tiny little phone. We're really reaching the limits of what these batteries can do. They need more time and research and development to really make these batteries perfect, and it is what it is. This is the risk you're going to come into when you're trying to reach the limits of capabilities. Some people are going to push that limit. Like I said, I'm not saying this is 100% Samsung's fault, but you're pushing the limits here of what you can do with a phone. This isn't the first phone that this has happened to. There's been plenty of other phones and laptops and other devices that have caught fire because of a bad battery. So I'm just repeating myself at this point, but more or less I just wanted to make another video and give you guys a couple tips on what to do, some safety steps I've taken because I have a newborn in the house. So can't have the baby caught on fire. That wouldn't be good. The wife would be pretty upset when she came home if I burned the baby. So that's it. I'm out. If you want to comment down below and let me know some tips you guys have done to take a safety step or a safety precaution for, the case of 1 in a million if it happens to you, then go ahead, comment below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any better ideas. I'm always open to new ideas. So thanks. Peace out.